Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last time I have showed you how to install Python and start your first Python program. Today I'll introduce more about Python. I'll introduce variables, operators, and prints. They are very useful and easy to learn. Let's go! Today I will cover 3 topics. First is variable, second is operator, and third is print. In programming, you will rely on variable a lot because variable is like a container that can store the data and reuse it again. For now, you can think about variable as a container to hold data or a pointer to the data that you can carry around your program. In most languages, you have to declare the type of the variable before you can use it. That means if it is declared as an integer type, this variable cannot be stored as another type. For example, it cannot be stored as a string. However, in Python, it is much easier. Python simplifies a lot of these steps. So, you do not need to declare what type of variable before you start to assign data to it. Also, you do not need to worry about how to reserve the space of the variable or how big that variable container is in order for further usage. That is the beauty of Python. Instead, the only thing you need to do is assigning data to the variable. For this example, assigning a number to this variable Jeff means writing the data without quotations to the right of the equal sign. Here, I display the printout from the Python shell. You can see 14 is printed out. Let's take a look at this page. I first assigned the number 14 to the Jeff variable, then printed it out. Later, I assigned a string 14 years old to the same variable Jeff, and then also printed it out. Python will not complain if you use the same variable, but then change the data type. Let's take a look at the Python shell. Indeed, it does print out 14 first, and then later print out 14 years old. Let's take a look at another example. In order to have 14 printed out, I can either assign the number 14 to Jeff or assign string 14 to Jeff. Either way, when you print out Jeff, you will see 14 displayed. Next, let's see how to print out a sentence with a combination of number and string. In order to have 14 years old printed out, I can add double quotations or single quotations. Double quotations is to consider it as a string. Single quotations is to treat it as a character. Either way can print out 14 years old. However, if no quotations are used for the assigned data with string, Python will fail to handle it. For example, this case Python will treat Jeff as a number, causing a syntax error. Now, let's move on to the next topic, operators. These operators function just like math if you operate 2 numbers. For example, 7 plus 4 will get you 11, 7 minus 4 will be 3, and 7 divided by 4 will be 1.75. In programming, multiplication uses the asterisk sign, not the cross sign. The only symbols we do not use in math is the module sign or the percentage sign. The percentage sign is to get the remainder. Here, we do not call it percent, but we call it mod. So, 7 mod 4 is 3. Here are the orders of the operators. It is pretty much the same as the math operations. First is parentheses, the second is exponential, the third is multiplication, the fourth is division, the fifth is addition, and the last is subtraction. Let's take a look at this example. Step 1, it will operate 3 times 5 and get 15. Step 2, it will operate 15 divided by 4 and get 3.75. Step 3, it will add 14 and 3.75 and get 17.75. Let's take a look at this example. Step 1, it will operate 14 plus 3 and get 17. Step 2, it will operate 17 times 5 and get 85. Step 3, it will operate 85 divided by 4 and get 21.25. The fun part of the plus operator in programming language is that it not only just operates numbers, but it can also be used to operate string. One string plus another string will print out the combination of strings. For this case, if we add Jeff together, it will print out hello twice. If you want to print out the addition of two different strings, you have two ways to handle it. First, you can add them to a new string variable called combine and simply print out the combine variable. In the second way, you do not need to add them to a new string variable in order to print out. Instead, you just print out Jeff plus action. Either way, you will see Jeff played a ball printed out. Congratulations! You have learned 3 essential concepts of Python today: variables, operators, and prints. Are you confident now? I'll show you more tutorials on how to write Python programs in the future. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!